Matt Emroy back again. Back to another vlog video for today. Oh, I don't know why I'm starting this so early. I just didn't have too much else to do, so I figured I'd get you guys caught up on what I did yesterday. I wound up pretty much staying in because the workmen were here till about 4, and I didn't want to leave them here alone in case they needed me for something. So once they left, I was finally able to go out and get myself some dinner. I actually went to Dollar Tree and I purchased some beef patties. It's really a good deal. They have 2 quarter-pound beef patties for $1 in the frozen section, and I'm going to try those tonight. I didn't really feel like beef last night, so I went and tried a new Chinese place near our house. It was really funny. It's next to one of the Napa Auto Parts stores, and it actually took over one that was there before called Panda. It was called Panda Express, and it was okay. I mean, it was like a kind of like a Chinese and sushi combo restaurant. The food there was a little subpar, so I'm kind of glad that they have a new owner. But the funny part is the name. I guess they wanted to save as much of the sign as they could, so the new name of it is Wanda Express. So basically, they just replaced the P with a W. I kind of found that interesting. Hey, anything to save some money, right? By the way, it is April 21st of 2016, and like I said, it's pretty early. It's just hitting 8 o'clock, so that's kind of early for me. But getting back to the Chinese food, it was really, really good. I tried the sweet and sour chicken with the fried rice, egg roll, and hot and sour soup. The sweet and sour chicken was extremely fresh. It was nice and crispy on the outside, very moist on the inside. You could tell they only used white meat, breast meat, maybe some of the stuff from wing, but it was probably just breast meat. The fried rice was very good. Actually, one of the best fried rices I've had in a long time. It was pork fried rice. One complaint I always have is a lot of times they won't have enough flavor to them. Like if you look at the fried rice and you see that it's very light, it almost borders on looking like white rice. And when you see something like that, it just doesn't have a lot of flavor. This was on the darker side, so you could tell they put a lot of like oyster sauce, a lot of soy sauce, and a lot of spices in there, and it tasted fantastic. Egg roll was fresh. One thing I really enjoyed about the egg roll is it actually had a lot of cabbage versus having too much pork. I like a good mixture, but when I have an egg roll, I want to actually have more vegetables than I do the little bits of pork that they put in there. And the hot and sour soup was good too. My one complaint about the hot and sour soup, it was a little too spicy. I mean, I could barely eat it, but flavor-wise, it was very good. And one interesting I found about the hot and sour soup is it was vegetarian. There was no pork. Usually with hot and sour soup, if you've never had it, they usually have little strands of pork that go towards the bottom, and I didn't see any of that in there, which really didn't bother me that much. I didn't really miss it. I mean, I had meat with the rest of the meal, and it was an excellent value. I got the whole thing for $10, so might do a food review about that place. I wanted to try it first before I actually reviewed it, so now that I know it's good, that might be a future food review. I want to show you a couple things I picked up yesterday at the thrift store. I actually got these late, that's why I didn't do a pickups video for them yesterday, but I picked up 2 TI-83 graphing calculators. The one on the left here is the TI-83 Plus. The one on my right is the TI-83, just the regular model. Show you guys the Plus. The Plus, I think, has just a little bit better resolution, a better screen, and is a little bit newer, of course. But as you can see, it works just fine. I'll put in a problem here. See, 8 times 8, 64, and it was a shame. I was hoping maybe that they had some games on there, but no luck. I think this one, the backup battery might have died on it, and that's why it doesn't have any games. But the other one, it was fine, because when I turned the regular TI-83 on, it still had the last quotation, the last problem that the student was working on, so I know that one was still good. And again, they're in really good shape. I did have to clean them up, though. Somebody had put a SpongeBob sticker on the bottom of this, and it just kind of looked really nasty. So I used my trusty Goo Gun to take it off, and that really works well. Now, if you guys want to get your own Goo Gun, you can go to Dollar Tree, which is where I always buy it. Here's a little thing I've been noticing, though. You see, this is the bottle, and it says Goo Gone, but down here it says Pro. And basically it boasts that it's supposed to remove stickers faster and just be a little bit stronger overall. I don't like this formula. Whatever they did to the Pro version, it does not work as well. I had to do about twice the amount of scrubbing I normally would to get that SpongeBob sticker off. So if you find one of these in your area, albeit at a Dollar Tree, a Family Dollar, go ahead and make sure you get the one that has the original formula, not the Pro. I don't know what they did differently, but to me it just doesn't work as well. And this is the other one. This is the one that I remember using when I was in high school. This is the regular TI-83, not the Plus or anything, but this one works as well. The TI-83 Plus, this other one, there was a battery in there that started to explode. They both had batteries in them. They were probably 10 years old. The one that was in this one here that was getting ready to explode was this one here, and somebody had mixed the batteries here, and the one that was like that was an Everactive battery, which is, for those of you who don't know, is Walmart's house brand of batteries. It also had two Duracells in there and another Everactive, and those were actually fine. So this goes to show you, be really careful when you buy your batteries, because the real cheap ones do tend to explode. With the exception of the Sunbeam batteries, the alkaline ones I get at Dollar Tree, and I know I sound like I'm a spokesperson for Dollar Tree, but they have the most awesome products, and I have not had a single problem with these Dollar Tree Sunbeam batteries. And I have some remotes that I've had them in, those batteries in for a good 2, 3, probably pushing 4 years now. And they are still working, and the batteries are still sealed tight. So once again, just bear in mind, when you buy batteries, especially cheaper batteries, you want to make sure that they're of good quality. Always look for at least alkaline batteries. Don't ever buy those super heavy duty batteries. I don't care if it's just for a remote. They're not worth it because they may last, but I guarantee you they're going to leak. I've had those. I bought those really cheap Panasonic super heavy duty batteries in the past for remote controls, and I maybe put them away for a couple months, or I didn't use a remote for a few months because I don't. Some of my remotes, I like the ones to the VCR, the one to the Laserdisc player, I won't use for 2, 3, maybe 4 or 5 months. And when I went back, they had actually started leaking even after that very short period of time. Well, I think I'm going to go down and make myself some breakfast. I am getting fairly hungry. I don't have too much else planned today because I know the workmen are coming back in the next couple hours to finish the skylight and also hopefully to put in the garbage disposal. So I'm probably going to be stuck in the house for most of the day. It's unfortunate. I may try to go see a movie tomorrow. It just depends on if there are any garage sales. I need to look at that too because in our area we've had a lot of garage sales happening on Fridays. Garage sales and even especially estate sales. That's been the big thing in our area. If you've watched any of my pickups videos, you'll know that I've been going to quite a few estate sales. I usually don't find anything too substantial at those, but it's still interesting to go and see these houses that, the people have passed away and they've had collections over 80, 90 years. Sometimes the antiques, a lot of times they'll have really nice antique couches, whole collections of glassware. I actually went into one house and I think it was a collection of Princess House. I mean, it was throughout the entire living room. But it's also sad at the same time. I always feel a little bit of remorse because, I know that if there's a estate sale going on, one of two things have happened. Either one, the person passed away completely, or two, they were put in some type of convalescent home. So being that my grandmother just passed away, within the last year, and, we actually had her in the nursing home for a while, it kind of hits a little close to home for me. So, it's kind of like a double-edged sword. So it's just the way I feel. I know I'm a sentimentalist. What can I tell you? Well, I am getting very hungry, so I'm going to go downstairs, get something to eat, get something to drink because my mouth is really dry right now. Probably have my first cup of coffee of the morning so I can keep going. And I'll talk to you guys in a little bit. Come on, I can't wait for that first cup of coffee. Woo! Oh yeah. Well, I think this morning I am going to make myself a ham, egg, and cheese bagel. My dad bought a whole bunch of these Thomas bagels. These are everything bagels before he left, and he said go ahead and finish those up. And I'm going to get some American cheese. And I've been buying this ham at Dollar Tree recently. It's really good. It's a plum rose honey ham, and you get 3 ounces for $1, and it's enough for a couple of sandwiches, and the flavor is right up there. My uncle used to buy the plum rose bacon all the time, and he really enjoyed it. This is such an easy breakfast to do too. All I do is I put 2 pieces of American cheese in the toaster oven on top of the bagels. Fold a couple of pieces of ham on there. It's actually a little slimy. Just like that. Doesn't need to be perfect. We're not chefs here. Then I go ahead and put it to the toast. Make sure it's on toast. Put it to the toaster icon. Now I'm ready to prepare my eggs, which I always use this little stoneware cooker that's made for the microwave that I picked up at Dollar Tree when they had those specials. I tell you, this thing's amazing for cooking eggs. Alright, just about ready to cook my eggs, but I thought I'd show you how I do this. I basically just crack 2 eggs in there. Put a little bit of milk, maybe about a tablespoon and a half of milk. Put in some pepper and some of the spike seasoning. And I like my eggs scrambled, so I'm going to go ahead and scramble these up and throw them in the microwave for 2 minutes. What is it? What is it, Simon? He saw me take the ham out, so he's pretty much begging for a piece. Want a piece of ham? This? This what you want? Say you want it. Tell me you want it. Now, you gotta speak. Simon? Meow. Now he's not gonna be very talkative today. Alright, come on, we'll give you the ham. See if he likes it. I've not actually fed this to him before. Alright, yeah, that's good, isn't it, buddy? I don't usually give him too many treats. The way his stomach is, I'm afraid of him just bringing it up in the middle of the night, let's say. Wow, you do seem to like that, don't you? Alright, give you another piece. I don't mind. I'm going back to Dollar Tree today anyway, so I'm going to pick up some more of the ham. Well, got another minute or so on the eggs. You see that the toast is coming along nicely. And a little secret to this, make sure you cover the cheese completely, because even though the ham doesn't burn, if you don't cover the cheese, the edges of the cheese will actually start to burn. So if you're doing it this way, just cover the entire piece of cheese with ham. Believe me, it'll melt by the end. Alright, the microwave just finished. Let's go ahead and check these eggs, see what they look like. Oh, perfect. Take a look at that, guys. Tell you, I cannot believe people still cook it the old-fashioned way. These eggs come out perfectly every time. 2 minutes, they're steaming, they're still moist, they're not rubbery. Absolutely perfect, and it's the perfect size to go put on a bagel. Well, bagel's got a few more minutes, so I see Simon here is still itching for some more ham. Simon, give you one more piece. There you go, bud. Little treat for you today. And this is the completed sandwich. Doesn't that absolutely look delicious? Perfect for any hungry man out there. I'm going to go ahead and eat this, and we'll see what the rest of the day brings. Talk to you guys in a little while. All right, everybody. Just got back home from Dollar Tree, and I picked up a few items. Thought I'd share it with you real quick. First, for dinner tonight, to go with those hamburgers, I decided to get some hash brown patties. This is a 6-pack of TJ Farm Select hash brown patties. It says an easy breakfast in 10 minutes. These are, of course, designed for breakfast, so I'm going to have them for dinner tonight. There are the nutrition facts for anybody who's interested. Also picked up some cat food, wet cat food for the cats. A pretty good deal. For $1, I got a can of 9 Lives Super Supper and also a can of the 9 Lives Beef Dinner. And they both seem to really like these. The only thing I don't like is this is a conventional can. It doesn't have the pull tab, so I actually have to break out the good old can opener to open these. But if they enjoy it, I don't mind doing that. And I was fortunate enough to find a couple more of these adult coloring books. Actually, I found these at ours, which I was very, very surprised. This one here is the Geometrical Grown-Up Coloring Book, another geometrical one. I really like the patterns in this, and this is extremely relaxing. I do this late at night when there's not much else to do. Everything's kind of quiet, and I just want to kind of relax. You can see this one's kind of got like a little sun. To me, that looks like a sun with the rays coming out. It's like maybe a tree. It's really, really cool looking. Now, to me, that kind of looks like an upside-down lollipop. What do you think, guys? So, yeah, I mean, you get a whole bunch of them. You get, I would say, at least 10 or 15 pages in here to color, and each one takes a good while to do. And I actually got one of these floral grown-up coloring books. All the ones I found at the other Dollar Tree were just the geometrical ones. So this one's basically just flowers, a little bit more, a little bit easier. The geometrical ones tend to be a little bit harder because you have to, the lines are a lot smaller. Something like this would probably be a little more relaxing. Maybe for me on a night where I'm a little tired and I really don't feel like concentrating that much. But yeah, I mean, I love the designs in here. And these are normally $5 or $6 a piece in any regular, like hobby shop, Michael's, Ross, anything like that. So to get these for $1 is really, really a bargain. And picked up some more of these K-Cups. Actually, this is a new one that Food Lion had. I went in there and I was getting ready to buy my Maxwell House and some of their brand of the cappuccino. Then as I was coming up front, I came across this, so I decided to put those away and get this instead. This is Twin Ridge Roasters Donut Shop Blend. You can see it says a classic coffee that is mild, smooth, and sure to please in every sip. This is a medium roast, which is what I like. And you get 32 cups in here, and this was $10, so not a bad deal at all for 32 cups. I can't really wait to see what this tastes like. I haven't even looked to see who actually makes this. I don't know if it even says on here. There we go. Distributed by Trilliant Food and Nutrition LLC, Little Chute, Wisconsin. So if you guys know anything about this company, just leave a comment down there and let me know. But I'm going to probably try one of these a little bit later. All right, guys. So I want to wrap the vlog up for today. But before I do, I want to tell you what happened to my parents the other day. So I get a call late last night, maybe around... I think it was like around 10:30, 11 o'clock. And my parents said they just got back from the restaurant because they're in California, so it's 3 hours earlier. So we're talking about it being around 7 o'clock there. And they said they were getting ready for bed, but they wanted to tell me the little adventure that they had. They had a couple little issues. Initially, when they got there, the rental car place did not have the car that they requested. They requested a mid-size car. And the car they were going to give them was a Toyota Corolla. In what universe is a Toyota Corolla a midsize? A Toyota Corolla is a subcompact, a compact car maybe at best. So my dad complained, and they were nice about it. They said, okay, we'll give you a full size for the midsize price. So they gave him a Chrysler Town & Country, and that made him pretty happy. So they were heading back. They head back to the hotel, and they were so happy that they found a spot right in front, because to park in the parking garage, I think it cost like he was saying like $26 a night. You actually have to pay to park in the hotel's parking garage. So they found a spot in front. It was totally legal. They started unloading the car, and they got pretty much all the suitcases out. And my dad shut the tailgate, and I guess he didn't totally lock the car. They went upstairs for about 15-20 minutes, and then he went back down to get the few items that he had left in there. Well, guess what? It was gone. Somebody had stolen everything that was left in there. I guess he didn't lock the car the way he was supposed to. He thought everything was locked, but I guess he didn't push that lock button or something. They lost the GPS, and they also lost that camera, that really nice 14 megapixel camera that I got them to take pictures with. Gone. They were totally stolen out there, and somebody stole my mother's sunglasses. I guess it could have been worse. You know, they could have gotten all the luggage and everything. Luckily, it was just that. So it wasn't a huge loss. The GPS was really old. Anyway, that was one of the first ones we got. It was like 10 years old, and the maps were totally outdated. So, you know what? The crooks didn't get much. That GPS was only worth about maybe $5 or $10. It was an old TomTom. So they went out that same night because they needed a GPS, and my dad went to Best Buy and bought a new TomTom, and they've been pretty happy with it so far. As for the camera, fortunately, my dad had the foresight to bring one of his backup ones, so you're just gonna have to use one of those. It's not as good. I think it's like a 5 or 6 megapixel, so it's not going to take as good of pictures, but I'm still gonna be able to share photos with you guys. Wow. I've heard about the crime because I follow Stanley Roberts, Cron 4 News in San Francisco, and he always talks about how if you leave anything in the car, it's going to get stolen, and by God, it definitely happened to them, so I guess that's a lesson learned. Well, I'm going to go ahead and end the vlog here. I hope you guys are really enjoying these. I really enjoy filming them. Please remember to click that subscribe button. That really helps me out. Once again, my subscriber base is shooting through the roof right now. I just surpassed the 3,000 subscriber mark. I'm steadily heading to 3,100. So if you really like these videos, please, I'm going to say it one more time, just go ahead and spend an extra couple of seconds and click that subscribe button. And as always, have a blessed day, everybody.